Welcome. Dear graduates, families of graduates, and faculty members, and members of the Reichman University administrative staff. The Louder School of Government is pleased this evening to honor the 12th graduating class of the MA program in Government, Diplomacy and Strategy. We are saluting you on your academic achievements at Reichman University. With us tonight, sitting to my right here, are Professor Asif Efrat, head of the MA program and MA with thesis track. We have Dr. Amichai Magen, head of the specialization in diplomacy and conflict studies, and Dr. Amnon Kavari, head of the specialization in policy and public administration and political marketing. The Dean, Professor Asaf Mogadam, Dean of the Louder School of Government, Diplomacy and Strategy, will join us soon. My name is Karen Yosef. I studied in the counterterrorism track a few years ago, and since then I've been working at the IDC. I had the privilege to work with many of the students here when they studied here, and I'm happy to be here tonight. I am also honored to invite Professor Asif Efrat to deliver his remarks.
So finally, here we are. This ceremony, which should have been held over a year ago, is indeed taking place today. My name is Asif Efrat, and I have the honor of serving as the head of the MA program at the Louder School of Government here at Reichman University, and it is my distinct privilege to congratulate you on your graduation from Reichman University. The graduation ceremony is something that we look forward to every year, and I'm so excited to be able to address the class of 2019 in person today. But my congratulations go not only to the members of the graduating class, but also to the family and friends who are here in the audience today and those who could not attend. It is well known that no one makes it to graduation alone. Studying toward the MA is a challenging experience, and it is the support of fathers, mothers, spouses, siblings, and friends that made this experience possible. I'm sure our graduates feel gratitude toward all of you for your part in this journey, and I share in this gratitude, and I share in your pride in the accomplishments of our graduates. I would also like to thank all of the administrative staff who have worked tirelessly during your studies here to provide guidance and support, and who have worked especially hard to make graduation special for you all. They are the heart and soul of this place, and they deserve a big round of applause. Last but not least, I would also like to thank the faculty who have served not simply as teachers and colleagues, but also as mentors and friends. We are holding this graduation ceremony still in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. To say that the pandemic has changed the world would be an understatement. Over the past year and a half, it transformed our lives completely. It changed how we work, how we interact, where we can or cannot travel, and the coronavirus has also changed the way we learn and the way we teach. Indeed, the coronavirus has created a huge disruption in academia, presenting us with enormous challenges. With faculty and students forced to remain at home, we had to move teaching and learning online. Faculty had to devise new teaching methods to keep students engaged. Students had to get used to an isolating learning experience, to seeing the professor and their classmates as little squares on Zoom. And this huge academic shift and adaptation took place against a background of enormous stress and anxiety. But today I wish to focus on what the coronavirus crisis has taught us. It has indeed taught us a lot. It has taught us about ourselves as human beings, about our society, our country, even about the international community and its ability to respond to major crises. But it also taught us some lessons on teaching and learning that are applicable to life beyond the classroom. And I think that they may be useful to you upon your graduation as you embark on a new chapter in your lives. One lesson is the importance of community. Learning during the pandemic was all about staying connected. We as faculty tried to create communities of students, for example, by encouraging class discussions online. The idea was to make students feel connected to the professor, and to other students, to help them feel engaged by being members of a community. And this togetherness was important for facilitating learning and also for making students feel less isolated, less lonely. And this is an important lesson to take away for life outside academia. Be a part of a community. Cultivate a community for yourselves, even multiple communities, and connect with them. A community with family, with friends at work. Communities are a crucial source of support. And this brings me to the second lesson that we can derive from the pandemic. Take advantage of support. We have sought to offer students both academic and administrative support, to share resources, to give advice, and I think this support made the challenge of remote learning a little more manageable. The lesson for you here is that both in times of crises, such as during the pandemic, and in normal times, support can make an enormous difference in your lives. It gives you comfort, it can turn a struggle into success. So seek support and advice from family, friends, colleagues, and take advantage of any support that is offered to you. A third and final lesson is the importance of setting goals and focusing on what matters. And this is something that we as faculty had to do when we were required to completely transform our mode of teaching overnight. As we had to move our courses online, we had to ask ourselves, what are the things that really matter here? What are the key learning objectives that we want our students to master? We set specific goals for our instruction and made efforts to accomplish them. And this lesson applies in so many other contexts. Focus on what's important. We are constantly in a race to achieve so many things in our career, in our personal lives. It seems like the list of tasks to accomplish gets longer as time goes on. And sometimes these goals are actually in tension, in conflict with one another. So focus on what's important in your personal life, in your career. Set specific goals and do your best to achieve them. I do hope that the time you spent here at the IDC, Reichman University, the knowledge and tools you acquired, that all these will help you fulfill your goals and dreams. In the name of the faculty and staff, I want to congratulate each of you for your achievement of getting your master's, and I'm sure this is only one among many achievements to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Asif Efrat. I would now like to invite to the podium Barak Greenfeld, who will represent the MA in Government graduating class of 2019. Barak is a graduate of the MA with Counterterrorism and Homeland Security specialization. He completed his degree with distinction, summa cum laude. Barak?
Professor Efrat Asif, Dr. Amichai Magen, Dr. Amnon Kavari, distinguished faculty members, fellow graduates, and esteemed guests. First, I apologize for my rusty English, which apparently was good enough to study and graduate. However, I'm not sure how it qualifies for a formal speech. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be here today, standing before you, celebrating your collective accomplishments. I would also like everyone here to join me in thanking our beloved families, our friends, and our mentors for their support throughout this journey. I think they deserve a round of applause. You see, our class was the last to be privileged to study with no fear of a pandemic, sitting together, talking to each other with no masks, meeting during breaks and after school. Today it looks like a long distance and vague memory. That is why we are so grateful and appreciate now more than ever for the ideal academic environment that was given to us. I want to share with you a bit of my perspective on what studying here at the Louder Government School means to me. The night of the 11th of March 2011 was a stormy cold winter Friday night. I was getting ready to go to sleep after our family Shabbat dinner when I got a phone call informing me about a terror attack. Tamar, the 12-year-old eldest daughter of the Fogel family, returned to her house in the community of Itamar after her Shabbat youth activity. Upon arriving home after midnight, Tamar couldn't have expected what was waiting for her on the other side of the door. She entered her home and found it a mess. Everything was overturned and disordered. Then, in confusion and desperation, she began to search for her family. Sadly, she found the bodies of Yoav, 11-year-old, and Elad, 4-year-old, her two beloved younger brothers, lying on the floor, surrounded by a large pool of blood. She then started looking for her parents and found them dead, slaughtered on the floor of their bedroom. At their side was her 3-month-old sister, Hadass, stabbed in her crib. She also found her two brothers, Rui, 8 years old, and Shai, 2 years old, still alive, hiding in one of the rooms. There are some world-famous grandiose terror attacks such as 9/11 and many others. Many attacks are minor, but some are so brutal, so vicious, so ruthless, who change your life forever. You can sit in Professor Ganor class for hours, discussing the academic definition of terrorism, and believe me, we did. Still, sometimes, as in the case of the murder of the Fogel family, it becomes so clear right in front of our eyes. This university taught us everything, and I mean everything there is to know about our enemies, what tactics and weapons they use, what are their ideologies, how they operate, and what influences their decision-making. But I think that the Reichman University also taught us how to make a change and be productive and helpful members of respective societies. It urges us to confront the challenges, to overcome adversity, not by taking the easy way, but to tackle the worldwide challenges head-on. Being a student here equipped us with the tools and the confidence to do so. A few weeks ago, the International Institute for Counterterrorism, ICT's 20th Annual World Summit on Counterterrorism, took place within these university walls. The summit focused on the cumulative counterterrorism knowledge, practical and academic, that Israel has gathered throughout the years. Unfortunately, I'm hard-pressed to find another country like Israel that deals with so many facets of terrorism every day across the whole of government systems. From state-sponsored proxies to cyber attacks to hybrid organizations and ideological fundamentals. I think that the main 3 lessons that Israel must share are: first, you need a worldwide international academic and practitioners community if you want to fight global, ideological, sophisticated terror networks. Second, suppose you want to fight different tools that terrorists use. In that case, you need to combine broad knowledge such as international relationships, political marketing, political leadership, philosophy, policy and public administration, diplomacy, and counterterrorism theories and tools. Third, if you want to fight evil and darkness, you need good people who will join together to spread light and protect our way of life. Fulfilling those 3 lessons is the meaning of being a student here. King Solomon, the wisest man, wrote the very famous words in his book Kohelet, and I quote, "For everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven, a time to love and a time to hate, a time to war and a time for peace. I know that there is nothing better for them than to rejoice and to do good as long as they live." Well, now it is our time to make a difference. It is our time to do good. Let me finish by saying, and I think that I can speak for everyone here, it has been a great journey. Thank you. Toda rabah.
Many thanks to Barak Greenfeld. Before we call out the names, we have a request for all our guests who are here tonight. We would ask you to please honor your fellow graduates during the graduation ceremony until all the diplomas have been handed out. We therefore ask that the graduates who receive the certificates early will return to their seats and enable the certificates to be handed out in an orderly fashion to all graduates. In addition, we ask of the families who are taking pictures to please not block the passage to the stage so that we may carry out the distribution of the certificates in an orderly manner. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Welcome to Professor Asaf Mogadam. I am pleased to invite Talia Baram Shimshim and Daphne Roque from the MA Student Administration Office to the stage, who will invite the graduates of the 12th graduating class of the MA in Government to the podium to receive their diplomas. Okay, and now we have summa cum laude, the specialization in counterterrorism and homeland security, Anat Ben Chaim, Carly Goldstein, Barak Greenfeld, Sean O'Brien, Gabrielle Toole, Ilan Zweig. And now I call to the stage the summa cum laude for the specialization in diplomacy and conflict studies. We have Artyom Hildebrandt and Betty Ilovici. Now we have magna cum laude for the thesis track, Yuval Yaakov and Francesco Dotti. We now have magna cum laude for the specialization in counterterrorism and homeland security, Sarah Aryeh Parnell, David Goldstein, Aaron Heath, Lexi Johnson, Caleb Robertson, Yuval Rubenstein, Yaakov Sinai, and Dalton Weintraub. Now I'll call out the magna cum laude for the specialization in diplomacy and conflict studies. Merav Bender Safdi, Josiah David DeVos, Joshua Eisen, Gila Rhein, and Carly Schwartz. Now we will call up to the stage the students who received cum laude. In the thesis track, we have Guillermo Fremdkanovich and Matthew Kreiner. We have the cum laude for the counterterrorism track with thesis. We have Davida Epstein and Ilan Zalayat. And we have cum laude for the So now we have the specialization with counterterrorism and homeland security students. Lorena Atias Lvovsky, Scott Buchanan, Yitzhak Cohen, Dominique de Bernardi. I'm sorry if I ruined people's names. I'm going to say that already. Sharon Dill. Ronen Khalashti. Katya Nabat Katori. Sapir Negrin. Yaakov Prager. Michael Rolofson. Doron Rokach. Sophie Schulbel. And Samuel Zucker. And now for a specialization of diplomacy and conflict studies. We have Ty Collins, Menachem Dari, Reuben Green, Shayna Hertz, Paulina Litter, Tamar Meltzer, Alexander Petroy, Yocheved Rabban, Clara Strub, Connor Schuler, Noah Toker, Beatrice Vasquez, Noga Weiser, and Itai Weiss. And now for our Hebrew tracks. We have Public Policy, Medinut Ziborit. We have Shimon Hollander, Nuriel Lobkik, Reut Oshonov Kipnis, Mor Saad, Liron Penso. From the track in Political Marketing, Shivuk Politi, we have Yarden Bitran, Reut Benatar, Lital Ben-Ari, Yonatan Markaria, Roy Peleg, and now we have the joint track in Medinut Ziborit v'Shivuk Politi in the Public Policy and Political Marketing track, Shai Talmor. And now for our remaining students in the Counterterrorism and Homeland Security track, we have Daoud Abu Libde, Itamar Aldema, we have Leandra Alonso, Ariel Ben Shitrit, Sarah Bryson, Paulina Debska, Danielle Diamant, Sivan Dor, Chen Elom, Gennady Fagin, Nava Getaun, Rebecca Guidi, Noah Half, Yoav Hitman, Margot Howley, Josh Jacobs, Achia Klein, Yoel Knopf, Meital Kraus, Irene Kurutz, Or Lakunishok, Amit Levy, Hadar Meibum, Wagner Manuel, Bradley Martin, Angel Morales Viegas, Yannick Nordman, Hadar Poldian, Kevin Rebun, Gal Ronen, Hannah Schwartz, Noah Segev Paran, Omri Sharon, Aviv Spialter, Michael Star, Shai Tal, Patricia Tawil, David Ullman, Connor Wills, Richard Wood, Asaf Yona, Abdi Yusuf, Uri Zeidenstein. And now for the students in the Diplomacy and Conflict Studies track, we have Sako Abu Bakar, Daniel Arison Dorsman, Andrea Arveda, Rebecca Avera, Eduard Muxa, sorry, Gabriel Chiraro, Sydney Denon, Mackenzie Dullock, Elizabeth Gilad, Yonatan Isachari, Maximilian Mayer Burkhardt, Leonard Ottlinger, Ofri Paula Klein, Eleanor Weil, Adva Weiss, and Sharon Zaks. For the track and public policy, Medinut Ziburit, we have Shimain Baraka, Yarden Ben Yosef, Boaz Berniger, Gal Gendler, Ron Zeldman, Ziv Michael, Ido Natan, and Shachar Keren. For the political marketing track, Shivuk Politi, we have Tal Basin, Naor Gonen, Yoni Dotan, Adi Hakohen, and Tal Rosen. Thank you everyone for your well wishes and your clapping while we went through that. Many of the names that we called out are abroad due to COVID, but we are filming, so we're hoping they get to watch from afar. And now, thank you all. We wish all of our MA graduates and their families who accompanied them during these years best of luck. Please return your academic robes to the counters next to the library. There you will receive your deposit. Please show them the receipt you received at the library. Wish you all the best. Hope to see everyone soon. Naor Gonen, Yoni Dotan, Adi Hakohen, and Tal Rosen. Thank you everyone for your well wishes and your clapping while we went through that. Many of the names that we called out are abroad due to COVID, but we are filming, so we're hoping they get to watch from afar. And now, thank you all. We wish all of our MA graduates and their families who accompanied them during these years best of luck. Please return your academic robes to the counters next to the library. There you will receive your deposit. Please show them the receipt you received at the library. Wish you all the best. Hope to see everyone soon.
Il est vrai que la meuf qui fout la merde, même à Aïd ici. Thank you everybody. Vas-y, faut que je dise quoi comme connerie là? You understand me? Ah non, ah, attends, mais bien.